morning, everyone. It is October 28th, and we are going to go over what sold on eBay this last week. It has not been super crazy, but it hasn't been all crickets. So we are into quarter four right now, and I'm hoping it will continue to pick up, especially with new items that people will probably be purchasing as gifts for Christmas. So first item we are going to go over is this beautiful zip-up fleece sweater. Had this been a size bigger, I probably would have kept this jacket. It was actually an amazing shape. I want to say I got this at a church sale for $1. It is a women's small. It was an amazing shape, and I did have it up higher for quite some time and kept dropping the price, and it finally sold at $9.99. Yet another PC game that I got in that large lot for $12 at a garage sale. Again, way in the profit margin on these now. This is all just pure money at this point. This was the Art of War Volume 2 Elite Edition. And this one sold, even though it was just the disc and the case, without even the cover or codes. And this one still sold for $19.99. One of the more desirable LPS is this dog. It is from the LPS Popular Show that this chick made on YouTube, and this is Savannah, or Savvy, her main character. And this one, oh my gosh, you've seen me sell these before. So typically when there's several listed, she goes for about $150. As of right now, there seems to be a shortage of listings on her, and so she is running high. So even though she had some nose rub, some paint loss on the tail, I took extensive photos. She sold relatively quickly at $239.99. Next item that sold is this Leapfrog Leap Reader tag book. This is the one where you have the little pen, the electronic pen, and you interact with the book itself. I got two of this, and then another one, I think it was Disney Planes or something. All three of them were in the Goodwill bin. So this one I listed by itself, and then the other two I have on listing together as the lot of two. I didn't want to sell the duplicates together. So this counted as a book at the Goodwill bins, which meant that it cost me 33 cents, and it sold for $19.99. These are pretty cool. I've actually ordered them for my mom before. She does have issues with wine giving her headaches. And I did order some of these for my mom, and they do work. They're relatively expensive. So this here was a set of 4. The box was damaged, but they were in there and sealed, and it sold for $9.99. I've actually had this for quite some time. I believe I got this in the Goodwill bins. It is a Pusheen scarf, like an infinity loop scarf. Anything Pusheen typically sells well. However, this one sat for a while. I know I did have it listed higher, and again, over time, just lowered the price. So this was actually listed back in April and finally sold for $9.99. I am always looking to unload the newer gen LPS and the bigger play sets that mess up with Whatnot Shipping. So Whatnot Shipping, if you're not familiar, they contract through USPS and for cheaper rates for boxes, packages up to 12 by 12 by 12 inches. Anything after that, it starts getting really sketchy, and you got to make your own shipping profiles, and if you mess it up, it's going to cost you. Yeah, it's a common issue. So if anything is bigger than 12 inches and won't fit in a 12-inch priority flat rate box, I do not want to sell it on Whatnot. This here, so the tackle box is actually brand new with tags. I looked up comps on Terapeak because there were none when I listed this, and Terapeak showed that past tackle boxes that were complete and new with the tags went for about $150. So I paired it with a bunch of my new gen and my McDonald LPS that my buyers typically don't care for, and some extra little accessories like this little house and everything. I had a big enough box for all of them. And this one sold for $239.99. This one took longer to sell than I expected it to, especially when I listed it, because there were no other ones up online. I would have totally kept these, but they're extra large, and I'm like a women's medium. So I ended up listing this back in May, but it's blueberry Pop-Tarts. Like, super cute. Like I said, I totally would have kept these. But yeah, sold for $19.99. And I think with this, I believe I got it at the thrift store. I remember being at the thrift store when I got this. I want to say it was probably during half price day. So I probably paid like a buck or two for this. These pants I found in the Goodwill bins. They are Ralph Lauren and they are brand new with tags. These are for a size 3 to 6 month baby and they were super cute. So here's tag, all the information they needed on it, including here's like the size for weight and inches. And so I probably paid 30-40 cents for this and sold it relatively quickly for $29.99. I've had this guy listed for a while. He is DC Super Friends Batman, a little plushie from the Toy Factory, brand new with tags. I want to say I got these in the Goodwill bins. This was listed back in April and finally sold. So yeah, if this was Goodwill bins, I probably paid about 25 cents, 30 cents for it. Super lightweight. He's smaller. He's 8 inches tall. And then turned around and sold him for $16.99. This sold relatively quickly. I think it sold, let's see, the same day I posted it. Yes. There were other ones listed that I want to say were like $34. So I put this one up at $32.99. It was brand new in the box. I got this in the clearance aisle at Walmart like 2 years ago. I've had this for a while. And it had a $15 clearance tag on it. So after I box this and ship it, I probably made like $5-6. But either way, profit's a profit. Because I had this so long, I kind of forgot that I paid for it. You know what I mean? So free money is the way I look at it. Either way. This is a Goodwill bins find. It wasn't anything super exciting. Didn't weigh a whole lot, so probably ran about like a buck and sold for $9.99. This super cool MTV hat sold for $9.99. This was found in the Goodwill bins, so again, didn't cost a whole lot. It isn't vintage, actually. It is from 2016, but still super cool nonetheless. Had some dirt. I didn't really try hard cleaning anything though. Sometimes when I try and clean things, I ruin them, so I prefer to just disclose it and have them clean it. I know some people are very picky about if they're going to list something on eBay, it better be clean and perfect. But yeah, I don't have time for that. So yeah, this one sold for $9.99. These sold just one day after I listed them as well. These are the IKEA kids cups and like the bowls. So there's 2 different variations in here, but both of these are discontinued. I had these with my kids and I love them because they were good in the microwave. They held up well. They were the perfect size for just the right amount for a toddler to eat. I did use them for like side dishes sometimes too. So I was well aware from selling the ones I had in a big, huge lot a few years back that there is some money in these. So there were 10 here, considering how quickly it sold. Maybe I underpriced it. I don't know. But these were found in the Goodwill bins, and I probably paid like a buck or two for them and sold them for $29.99. So I actually got this little guy at a flea market with a bunch of like Funko minis that I am using to make keychains. And I was like, oh my God, this is a little Sprite that comes with Rainbow Bright. And then when I got looking further at it, it wasn't the Funko Mini. It was actually the Sprite that comes with Rainbow Bright, the Funko Pop number 380. So it's actually kind of like an accessory, if you will, to the Rainbow Bright Funko Pop, like the regular size one. And so I didn't want to make a keychain out of this one. I was like, I wonder if just the Sprite would sell. Like if somebody's missing the Sprite, has Rainbow Bright, and needs this. And sure enough, I listed this back in April. It took a while, but it did sell for $29.99. And I think I got this in like a whole batch of Funko Pop minis for like $10. So, and the other items I've already made keychains and sold. So this is just kind of pure profit at this point for this little guy. So I find the O-balls all the time in the Goodwill bins, all the time. And have you priced these suckers at the store? They are expensive. Holy cow. So for a long time, I've been buying them and selling them. They used to go a lot better than they do now. In fact, I just listed a big, huge box of these yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I was out at the storage unit getting some listing done, working on my death pile. And so these were ones that I had listed separate. I actually had 3 batches of these, and the person bought all 3. So they got 6 rattles. They were $9.99 for each 2. So it would have been about $30 is what the sale was for all 3 batches. This stocking was found in the Goodwill bins. It was a $15 stocking. It is sold by Ruse, which is interesting because I had never heard of that. It is Disney though. And so this cost basically nothing because it's so lightweight, and I sold it for $9.99. I also have a frozen one with Olaf on it that I got the same time, that I believe is still listed. Found this little guy at the thrift store. He was $1. He was brand new with tags, and he is Jellycat. If you know anything about Jellycat, their plush do very well. This guy still had the tags, so bought for about $1 and sold for $24.99. I picked this up at a flea market for $1. I kind of figured it would be more valuable, I guess, mainly because it's Pokemon and it's a cool little necklace with Eevee. And I got home after buying it for $1 and found out he's kind of a dime a dozen. So I put it up for $9.99 back in June, and it finally sold. Last but not least is this My Pillow. This is a Jonah and the Whale children's Bible story pillowcase. This I actually picked up at my local Amazon bin return store on Dollar Day. So I paid $1 for it, and it sold for $14.99. It was listed for a while. I think I did have it up a little higher, and I recently dropped the price because it was listed back in March. So it took a little while to sell, but the My Pillow brand is well known, and since it was new in the bag, I figured I wouldn't have a problem selling it, and I was right. Just took a little while. So that is all that has sold on eBay this week. I am doing only one LPS Whatnot show this week because I have another Whatnot show to do over at my mom's house. I have my regular work I gotta do, and on Friday my twins are out of school for some in-service day, so I plan on taking them somewhere fun. Weather is still pretty decent here in Nebraska right now. I'm thinking maybe the zoo. Zoo or Children's Museum, I think, are the 2 on the table right now. So, gonna spend some time hanging out with my kids. So that is all I have for this week, guys. I will see you next Monday.